going to put the time in, you're not going to be good. And Paul says to Timothy, listen, Timothy, pastor, endure suffering with me. In other words, it's not just you. You're not the only one going through. Anybody in the army of God is going to suffer. We've had over the past couple of weeks a couple of spiritual warfare going right on this ministry. You know why? Because you're pushing the envelope. You're supposed to be in a battle. If you're not being attacked, the question is, one, are you in the army? Or two, are you camouflaged? Hello? That was a good clap or something. Amen. Good. Oh, that was good. Write that down, please. Camouflage. You know what it means to be camouflaged? It means you're so hidden they can't see you. So the devil's not concerned about you because you don't stand out. If you're not making a difference, people won't challenge you. Paul says, Timothy, listen to me very carefully. This preaching thing, this teaching thing, it is a battle. You are a soldier, and you've got to endure the hardships that come with it. Stand firm. This too shall pass. Don't be a wimp. Don't be a chump. Stop running every time life gets crazy. You know what? Life is crazy. But if you're a Christian, you have the power of God, you have the grace of God, you have the anointing of God, you have the leadership of God to bring you through the process. But stop retreating. We don't tithe because we don't think God's going to take care of us. We don't offer our gifts because we don't think God's going to use it. Why you think God just told you to come to church on Sunday morning? You don't think God planned you from the foundation of the world? Don't you realize that before God said let there be light, He called you? In Jeremiah, He says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Which means, watch this very carefully, that first of all, you are spirit before you are body. Which means your existence was long before your body came into existence. Therefore, the things that God is trying to get you to walk into, He put in place long before Adam and Eve sinned. The problem is we're trying to figure this thing out, and we're doing it in our sensory perception as opposed to our spiritual perception. Listen, soldiers have to understand who the leader is. And in our army, the leader is... I'm trying to get it. Ready? In our army, the leader is... Jesus. Okay, y'all see it? The captain of the army is Jesus. Stop relying on other people to tell you what God's trying to tell you. Get to a place where you know God so well that God can tell you what He wants you to do, and you as a soldier follow instructions. Third point. Soldiers always follow instructions. Hoorah. You will never see something like this. The captain says to the sergeant, Sergeant, bring the men out and lay down and put them in formation. The sergeant says, well, you know, Lord, they've not partying all night. I can't really call right now. That never happens in the army. Well, you know, Captain, I won't do that. But, you know, they're busy. They're playing cards. A couple guys and a couple ladies in the room. No, we can't. No. That never happens. Soldiers always follow the instruction of the commander. Listen to me. Jesus is your commander-in-chief. Listen to what He says and do it. Why? Because you're a soldier. You don't have the right to disobey His orders. Can you imagine what would happen if we sent a SEAL team in to Afghanistan, you know, after someone, and the SEALs decide, you know, we just gonna hang out. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna go over here and, you know, have a couple beers. What would happen if the soldiers decided they wouldn't follow instructions? And yet, you and I in the Christian army are constantly telling our commander-in-chief what we will and will not do. Well, you know what, I want to play an issue, but I'm not going to practice 3 times a week. That's too much. sleep. Okay. You know, Lord, I'm not gonna get up here and dance and practice, and I'm not gonna work out because my feet hurt. It's supposed to hurt. The most strenuous part of soldiering is boot camp. The whole purpose of boot camp is to find out, to separate the men from the boys, the ladies from the women, the strong from the weak. I don't want anybody standing next to me who's not going to go down with me. Paul says, watch this, endure suffering along with me.